This looks like a B, sort of, and this looks like an 8. But this, I should buy another one because it should be cut out, and it should be over here. It shouldn't be like that. That's not the way it should be. It's not. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. See the way this comes onto this side? This goes onto this side. It shows the Pac-Man mouth because this area is being shared, and it has the eye to the area. The relationship of a simple design. Here is J and J, how they intersect. Here, what you basically see is army stripes, and it looks like just a corner of a building. Okay, I can create the inside of that building. I can create, where's the inside of that building? Oh, yes. Trying to look by myself. Is it the inside of that building right over here? So you want to go up. So if we're going up, which way would I do that? That's the cube, right? I'm just trying to see something. Anyways, we're going to jump off this picture. Don't want to be here. Where do I want to be today? I want to be, let's look at some papers, going over some stuff. Is this going to be interesting? Is this a smorgasbord of information? I don't know. Do I throw it out or do I keep it? Oh, yes. Okay, I know what that is. Okay, we're going to put that aside. I'm going to take out this new piece of paper. And the difference between this, we're going to call this ham, and this, we're going to call rabbit. We're going to call it the ham and the rabbit. We can call this one the unicorn. Okay, the one plug. And here is duality. AC, DC. Can we have electric? Can we go this way and this way with electric? Right? We have the positive and the negative. You see, if we were on a battery, we'd have the two poles, right? One is warm and one is cold, or one is warmer, or is one Antarctica, and the other the North Pole, South, irrelevant. We want to talk about the poles on the battery. And inside, okay, is the AC ID 9431, the spirit of creation through Uranus. What is this? It's acid in the battery and the poles. So the red pole and the black pole. So 27, 29, 16, 31, 41, 43, 48. 48, oh my God, that is the 4 times 8, 4 plus 8 equals 12, equals 32, equals plus and minus 20 and 44. This is known as area space. And one of the reasons it's known as area space is because it divides at 4 and 4. And I want to use that area space understanding that when you go ABC equals to 6 and ABC equals to 6, you know that when it becomes the multiplication and the addition, when it becomes the multiplication and the addition, this is where everything changes, becomes 6 and 1. This one becomes the center of, and the reverse of 6. It becomes 1 and all. So this 1 can actually be looked at as 7. Or it is equal to the 6 because it is like the 6, because it is the light of the 6. It is the passage in the heavens through the eye. The heavens, the connected two worlds of I. And we will call that the 3PT. We'll call it the 3-point play compared to the 6-point touch down. The 3-point play of the field goal. And then the extra point. Now the extra point, P, is the 16th letter. 1 and 6 equals to 7. It becomes the extraterrestrial at the 7th gate of the half-life. It is not, and what is 10 and 6? You see, 10 and 6, okay, is not like 10 and 7 or 10 and 8 or 10 and 9. Okay, it is not like it. And itself in French is because here they write the word size, but here they will write the word this. This is a translation. The French translation, okay, is this value right over here, is 10. Don't let me put those minus signs. This is what it is. You see, I can show you this word in another number. And whatever language you speak, that's what it is. The total value of 10 is 37. This one over here, for example, where does it come from? Where does this come from? And where does this come from? I ask myself the question. Well, if 9 and 7 equals to 16, and that is the greatest number where the birth comes to the gateway of the heavens, I will stand on 17. How do I create this number between this number? Well, there's A, B, C equals to 6 plus D equals to 10, right? Plus E equals to 15. Now that's the center of all. So now I'm going to go E plus A equals to 16. Is that the way I'm going to achieve my 16? Am I going to count? Am I going to count 1 through 16 equals 153? If you add the letters together, it becomes ACE. If you look at the first two numbers, it is Mars. It is the letter O. It is electric company, EC, C and E, before and after the Christ. It is C, A, C and E. A is the divide of DC. Here is the D, right? And here is the C, right? There's the C letter and there's the D letter. That's the way I want to look at it. And it also shows me the two sides, right? And when you do this design, the bottom parts, if you just draw it like that, that becomes the same relationship of what we spoke about here, the crown on the king. Also, the bottom part are one part of geometric designs as to this or to that. The smallest hexagon, okay, cannot be the smallest pentagon. I cannot do that. See, I can't bring it to a point. This is its smallest, and this is its smallest. You do not have any squares in the center, and over here you have a complete block. You can fold all these in, so if you fold that one in, and you fold that one in, and you fold that one in, this one looks like it's being folded in when it's actually an open space. So yes, when it comes to 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, this is when creation came in. You had A plus B plus C plus D equals to okay, 10. So what am I going to do now, okay, in order to get this 6? Where does this 6 come from? Okay, why am I not going with 5? Why am I going A, B, C, D plus F? This is A, B, C, D, and this is plus F. Why am I skipping over 4 and 4? The difference between day and night is its creation, for whom it was created. Sweet 16, the half-life. That design right over there on the floor. Let me see if I can point it out. Right here. This design here. I wish it was a little brighter, but it's not. Hold on a second. Maybe I can get over there. So, right there. See, when you create that, this design is a special design. It's 5775. It's being found on the roulette table. It's called I call it the Orphan Morpheus design. It shows 303 on each side, or 33, the coming of the Christ. This is where, if I put 3 and 3 together and remove the 0, I would have to overlap this center. This is the DC moon. I'm going to show it to you on paper. So many things going on. And what it is it's 5772 reverse. They had to reverse it, the mirror, just like 2012 is 2021, right? 2112 or whatever it is. And then over here, right, whoop, made a mistake. Did I make a mistake? Let me see. Yeah. Went from here, went from here. Went from here, went from here. Then it went from here and here. Was that right? Here. Just trying to figure it out. No. Hold on a second. There. Same line, drawing over the same line. So when I move these two together, what happens? Oh, I didn't want to put it that close, because just in case we wanted to bring some more dimension into this of some sort. I'm just trying to, I don't know. See the way it looks a little twisted? Almost like if you continue this, it'll keep on twisting. So anyways, I'm going to move the 5775 and try and overlap it. So I'm going to start the 7 over here and draw it out to here and go here. Or should I go 5 and only overlap the 7s, right? Only overlap the 7s right on top of each other. And then create that. So it's going to look like that. And then it would look like that. That's what it would look like after. That with this here, where these 7s come together and overlap, will create 5x2, 2x5, 10, 10. It creates 33 on each side, depending on how you want to look at this design. Let's see if I just chop it over the other way. So what if I... Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make any sense. So now if you notice, it looks like we have a bigger separation over here. I follow the squares. I have to work with this paper. Each paper piece is a cell. It can't be any more perfect than the paper it's made on. So I'm going to just go this way on all of them. See, I have to skip here and do here. And the reason is because of the center. Now, if I wanted to go to the center, I would have to do this. That's what I would have to do. Obligation. They gave us the obligation. I need to sharpen my pencil. Let me sharpen my pencil. So now I ask myself a question. Where does this design go? Should I be leaving separations or going right over this line? Is this line part of the Mars or part of the Earth part of creation? So I'm trying to understand it through some of my drawings. I had a drawing today. Well, I don't know where I put it. Might be in a bag. You got to give me a minute. I think I have a bag. I'm not sure if I put it in the fridge. Just give me a minute because I cannot put this video on stream, so I'm just turning the camera up. Give me 1 minute. Okay, just give me... Hey, how you doing? You know, it shows that nobody's here. Just say no to 0. Hold on a second. I'm going to get a glass of water, so just give me a second. I'm just pointing the camera, you know, up a little bit there. It's, you know, there you go. I'm just pointing the camera up. Let me get a glass of water. Okay. I am back. Lisa, if you are still there, let me try and understand this question. How come no nothing number, just say no to 0? Just say no to 0. What is 10? If you're still here, what is 10? First of all, if you take a look at this, singularity is nothing. What can you do with singularity? Until a cell becomes a cell, it has to be the center average, okay, and the core of all. Whether that core is part of all the small cells and assimilated with all the cells, or it is a passage between, let's say, the torus or the donut. And that is right over here. First, we will divide 4 cells. Or we will divide other cells. We will have the center to 1 and 1 cell. The average, okay, what we see above, we see below. What we see above, okay, the question is, do we see below this way or do we see below this way? Time heaven, heaven of creation, fives, the wives, the fives. This is the relationship to the sun. Sun and the moon, TH, is your cycle of the moon. Okay, what is 10? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 2 plus what equals to 10? 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. So I have the same number. Can I do anything else that equals to 10? 1 plus 3 plus 6, but that's 3 numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 7. 1 plus 4 plus 5. What is the 4? There are 4 that create 10. There are 3 that create 10. 1, 2 plus 3 plus 5 equals 10. Five plus 5 equals 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Are there any other 10s? There is a 2 numbers combination of 10. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 combinations of 10. And there is 1, 4 combination of 10. That's reality in numbers. Now, if you want to go to the alter numbers, we can go counting down from the second 10. But I'm not going to do that, right? Because otherwise, I would have 19 minus 9 equals 10, and 18 minus 8 equals 10, and 17 minus 7, sorry. 17 minus 7 equals 10, and then 16 minus 6 equals 10. But this one over here, okay, has a division between this one over here. And there's many reasons for it. 7 and 6 are polarities of each other. For the reason of 3 and 7 equals to 10, and 4 and 6 equals to 10, and these two are polarities, making these two the polarity. So what I'm going to do is see if that's true. I'm going to see if that's true. 9, then hold on a second. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 6 and 7 equals to 13. 1 and 6, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 7 and 6. Let me go to 3 and 4. 3 and 4 equals to 7. 6 and 7 equals to 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 and 4. See, it's the same movement. It's 2 over 1 up. It's 2 over 1 up. It's the same thing, 6 and 7. And I always try to bring my relationships in numbers to 1, 4, and 7. 10, 4, 10, 13, and 16. These are the numbers. 1 plus 0, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 6 equals 1, equals 4, equals 7. I do it that way because that's the relationships of these numbers that I find that go along with times 31 times 30 times 28 equals to 84 plus 29 equals to 120 times 4 equals to 480. And this is 7 times 31 is 217. Okay, times 4 equals to 868. Seventh gate of the health planet of Jesus. Man on the moon. This one equals to 113. Over here, I don't like to work it out to that. I rather work it out to Pythagorean single digits. This becomes 10. This becomes 13. It becomes 1 and 4. Birth in the sun of Pluto. I like to remove 10 from this. Certain numbers I remove 10 because of creation, right? Because of creation, I remove 10. I'm not creating any reflection. I guess I'm going to say it that way. So what happens going into number 10, and if you notice, this is 10, 10 in Roman numerals. It's 10, 10 in Roman numerals. It's division of 5 and 5. 1 divides. So sometimes I try to understand the center maybe of the football field, you know, whereas maybe 5 yards here and 5 yards here, and the team works with 45 yards. You know, at 45 yards. But really in the 45 yards, they have now chopped it up because now they have the red zone. And the red zone starts at the 20, and then there's 25 yards, and then there's 5 yards. And then there's 5 yards, and then there's 25 yards, and then there's 5 yards. 2, 7, 1, 7, sorry. And then there's 20 yards, the red zone, and that's 2. So this is going to, these two will turn into, the equation will be 8, 7, 1, 7, 8. Okay, 6, 1, 6. This is your passing gateway. This over here. This is the 100-yard field. I'm not going to count the 10-yard area here and the 10-yard area here, which would put this down to 1. And put this down to 1, and what the equation would end up to be if I did that situation, we'd end up with 7, 3, 10, 1. We'd end up with 1 plus 2 plus 7 equals 10 equals to 1. So I'd end up with 1, then I'd end up with 1, and then I'd end up with 1. So I'd end up with 1, 1, 1. The center of roulette, the total counting 1 through 36, okay, has a value of 666. 111 is the center of roulette between 16, 17, and 18, equaling 51, and 19, 20, and 21, equaling to 60. When you count 1 to 18, it equals to a total of 171. 17 is the ace position. It is dividing the position, the mustache, between the two tunnels of your nose. 171, the gateway, over here. 51 is removed. Not 51, the first part of the board, we went 1 through 18, right? 1 through 18. So now we're going to remove this center of that value. So we minus 51, and we end up with a total of 120, or adding up 1 through 15 equals to 120. And now this, okay, is the game of pool. Things shift, okay? I'm going to explain to you. Things shift and move over. When you were counting before the 36 numbers, now we split up the board into 18 numbers. Now, through the 18 numbers and removing the core, I end up with a total of only 15 numbers, but yet there's one more connecting number I must remove. First, I'm going to do the bottom side of the board and the top side. I'm going to explain to you this board. Just give me a second. I'm trying to look for a big image. Okay, I'm going to get something to, I'm going to get something in the kitchen again. So I'm going to put this up. I want you to take a look at this board for a minute. Just 1 second. I want to make it smaller. So I want to see that, whoop, my camera. I don't want this. Yeah, I want to keep that. I want to keep this. Where's the, oh, here's the live, right? So I got to, see, move the live over here. Move this, hold on a second, crop. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Hold on, I'm just trying to fix this. So sorry, it's on an angle for now. Hold on a second, maybe I can fix that. Okay, I'm going to be back in a minute. I work off of this. This is a grid. There's a whole story in there. Just give me a second to squabble over to the kitchen. Give me a minute. I'm going to come back over there. There's so many things going on, intertwined, you know, all around the entire. Well, for those who don't know exactly what I do and what it is, well, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I show you what it is. I show you what it is. I show you what connects. I show you what connects. Okay. And that's it. You see what connects, and you just say, wow, I can't believe it. And then I keep showing you more and more that what connects. And go into the dictionary and go into games and look up the rules, or go into the astrology, zodiac, into the constellations and see their numbers and connect their numbers to the story. And you can see there's a whole story about the Galactica. We live in a beautiful world, my friends. We are very intelligent beings, maybe not in this planet where we are right now, but we chose to come here. Give me a minute. I'm having a bite to eat, okay? No. Here's the block. It's 2 levels. So this is what I see. Give me a minute, still eating. Is there anybody watching? Okay. Okay. So, there's nobody here yet. I'll take another minute. I'm just looking for something. I'm still here. Just give me a minute. Busy eating and talking and eat at the same time. So we're still just, no one's here, eh? Be back in a minute. Okay. Okay. Here's the drill. Listen to where we are in the video right now. I wish I can look at you, because I like to look at me doing what I'm doing. We are into the 44th minute. No one has showed up. Nobody is here. I had one email that said, I'm watching you. And you know you're here right now, and you're trying to post, to give me in the chat, but it's not happening. And I say, okay, it is what it is. Because for me, if I can put my head to believe what I see as a polarity in the difference, means whatever I say, it could be or it could not be. So if it's not what it is and it's something else, then what percentage of what I'm thinking, hold on a second, there's something on the floor. Yeah. Whoop, I think it fell out. Yeah. Just 1 second. Just create just a little piece of, won't say it. Okay. I want to do a piece on Halloween. And I was just out, and I'm tired of using these. Where did I just put, did I leave the bag in the car? Is that the question? Or did I come into the house with the car? I was working on a piece for Halloween. Okay, what day it is? Did we finish the thing on the size of the football field, or that division, pieces and parts? Yeah, okay. I don't really want to be so stand up inside the camera. Is this good facial recognition? So show off my face. This would be great. Imagine some fool goes out there. We'll play the story of the fool. So the fool goes out there and everybody makes fun and everybody knows the fool. Everybody knows the two sides of the fool. Is it a full house? Is it a full tank of gas? Is to be foolish. What is the combination of O and O? They are 66. They are going in an extreme, they're extremely polarized. Now, you can be the jester and the joker, as known to be the fool, because the fool is different than the other. So it doesn't mean that you are an IDOT, but it just means you are just full of none of it. None of it. You knew what you had to have in order to live in all of it. So you didn't need none of it to live in all of it, because all of it is the ball, all you need to know. And the rest of it is Nyrishkeit. Flying in the wind. You only need to know what you need to know, living in the universal tumbling torus effect, grinding away day by day for all the differences that pass before thee. That you should not interrupt the life or the element of what is that is, of that to whomever it belongs, regardless. It is what it is, and everything has to have its respect into a polarity, which is you cross the street and others not crossing the street this way. That's a different story. There's two stories, remember. You cross the street this way and you cross the street this way. But while you cross the street this way, are there people crossing the street this way? And if they're crossing the street this way, are they crossing the street from that side of the street or from this side of the street? Which side of the street? Well, if you're on the same side of the street and you're crossing, you can walk into each other. Anyways, irregardless, but it brought me to remind myself the difference between Earth and Mars. See, this is Mars, and it's complete 4 buildings all back to each other. I can look at it that way if I want. And here, okay, is Earth, and I'm gonna do this widespread. Okay, here is Earth. Okay, let me see one. Let me do that a little bit more. I'm not sure how high I should do this. 1, 2. I'm going to do it all the way to here's 1, here's 2. Okay, so we're going to do it right here. So this is Earth, and this is Mars. Whoa. And the reason for this, Earth and Mars, hold on a second. We lost him. He's bothering me. See, these are varmints, okay? These varmints, okay, you can regard them in many ways if you can understand them. But anyways, let's get back to this. So Earth, okay, has this division over here. And Mars has this division over here. The number to Mars is 51. The number to Earth is 52, otherwise known as, right, 5-2. 5, 1. Otherwise, you can also say, okay, you can also use the now where is locking 1 and locking 2? Locking 1 and locking 2. So in this scenario, if you want, I'm not sure which way you want to design it. We can use the that level over there. And when we do Mars, right, we're going to use this level over here. That's the difference. You see, when you create the number 52, it creates that. When you create the number 51, 5 over 1 and 5 over 2, you get that over here. So I'm going to continue this video a little bit later, or maybe on my Odyssey channel or my Rumble channel. But if you get to this part over here, come check it out, because I got to figure out why they're not showing who's visiting and why I'm not getting any input. So I just want to stop now, take a break, and come back. Thank you for watching this video.